Vlad, everybody knows your chess games, of course, all your countless successes. A lot of people don't know much about you as a person, and I'd like to ask you just some kind of random questions, what things you like, what type of person you are. Coincidentally, here at the hotel, we're having a very interesting convention with police dogs. Are you a dog or a cat person?
Both, actually, both.
Do you have actually a pet?
I used to have, no, not now because I have small kids. I mean, and it's better to avoid it. But one day I would like to have it. But actually, I used to have when I was a kid. I used to have both at the same time at home. I used to have a dog, a Del Terrier, it's quite a serious one, and a cat, female cat. A dog was a boy.
Did they get along?
That was actually a very funny story because the cat was, of course, very small, but she was a bit older. And I believe that was making, she was in total control of the dog. It was so funny to see because the dog was really big, you know, it was a really serious one. And she was fully controlling him. He was afraid of her terribly. So, even while entering a room, for example, first what he would do, if the cat would be in a room, the dog would first enter his face.
Ask for permission.
And and kind of look at her if she allows. And then, okay, if she kind of doesn't react, he enters. If she starts to do something, then he gets out and he never enters before she leaves. So it was really funny. It was like a marriage sometimes, some kind of marriages. It was really a lot of fun. But I like both actually.
Well, I know you have two kids, so I'm think it's only a matter of time until one of them or both of them will ask Dad, let's have a pet.
Yeah, sure. But for the moment, because my son is just half year old. 7 months in fact was a few days ago. So it's I still have to wait for a couple of years, I suppose. But definitely they will ask, and of course, and I would be happy myself. To have a pet.
I know you like to read. What type of books do you like to read that relaxes you during the tournament or otherwise?
I don't know, very different, many totally different things. I would say more classical, not so much of modern literature, more of classics. Lately I actually discovered Hermann Hesse, and I liked very much because I'm a little bit into the, so to say, Eastern philosophy or Buddhism, whatever you say, and so I like reading books, let's say, of Hesse, who was very much Buddhist himself, and so many other classics, I don't know, Russian classics, different things, but unfortunately lately not so much time to read, because that's actually I'm missing a lot of simply this time when you can take a book and sit for a few hours in a row and read a book. I don't remember last time I had the opportunity to do it, because when you play a tournament, okay, maybe just before going to bed for like half an hour I could read, but I didn't have more time. When you're at home, you have kids, hanging on your...
We all know that.
On your shoulders, and it's really not fair if you just ignore them and start to read. So, unfortunately that is one of the things I'm missing, as maybe a few other things. But it's clear, in my opinion, in general, in life there is a period somewhere between 30 and 45 maybe, when the life is really intense, because usually you have family, kids, you have highlights of your career, and well, I know that probably for a few more years at least life will be intense, and I might not have enough time for all the hobbies which I have. But what to do? I will try to to find as much time as I have, because I also like museums, I like music, many things, and unfortunately, well, I have to really limit myself, to be very professional. For instance, lately I practically don't watch TV at all. I mean, I have it at home, but I never switch it on. Well, just don't have time. Simply don't have time, for it. So, and many other things which I used to do before, I don't do anymore because I have to cut. When you need to. Unfortunately, it's still 24 hours a day as it used to be, and and when you start to get some new things, you have to cut some old things. So that's the way. You have to somehow manage your time to be able. Still, I'm working a lot on chess. I'm a professional chess player still. I have my family, kids, a lot of social obligations already now with time, of course, and I'll have to deal with it somehow. I don't complain. I'm perfectly happy with where I am. But again, coming back to your question, unfortunately for reading, that's something I really like and I'm missing a bit.
Let's stay a little bit more with hobbies. How about music? What type of music would be your choice? Is it classical or modern? Or?
Yeah, now it's more classical. Yeah, I changed quite a lot. Before I was of course, as many teenagers, was kind of hard rock person, but now I'm getting old and I'm getting more and more into classics. So now I would say yes, I'm listening most of classical songs, classical music, and well, I have actually quite a few good friends from the world of classical. Pianists and violinists, and trying to, of course, that's also always nice because Paris, where I live, is a place with a lot of concerts, you know, and many friends of mine, they come there permanently. So of course I always have a best place in during the concert. So that's I'm trying to use. I mean, that opportunities to visit concerts and to listen to this. Music and also to actually I do listen quite a lot of music when I'm working on chess, but I mean not really working. No, there are some moments when you, for instance, you are checking, let's say, last games, you know, of a tournament. It's not a big, but you need to do it. So then you can listen to music at the same time. So.
But you wouldn't listen to music during your serious analysis. I know some GMs do.
I kind of do sometimes, but I'm not sure I really listen to it. It's more it's somewhere just playing, but
background,
you know, when you're there, you know. So yeah, but sometimes I switch it on also. Yeah.
And to make the circle full about sports, two questions when it comes to sports: ones that you like to watch and enjoy as a fan, and others that you do for your own pleasure yourself.
Well, actually, I cannot do so much sports lately because I had some back problems. I mean, since my young years, you know, since my youth. So unfortunately, there are things I really loved tennis, to play actually tennis, but it's not recommended for me, let's say, anymore. The same goes for football. I actually loved jogging. I would definitely do it, but also doctors tell me that it's not good for my back. So. Unfortunately, from the sport point of view, what I can do is fitness center, and I do it all the time. I mean, some kind of soft things like bicycle, you know, that doesn't damage my back, and swimming. I have to say that swimming is just perfect for me. It is really perfect for my back. It relaxes muscles, and I'm actually quite a good swimmer. But there is one only but that I hate it. I really hate it, but I do it because that's yeah, it's good for me. So I'm always you know, I'm kind of having always hopes that when I come to a place, that the hotel will not have a swimming pool, because then if it has, I don't have a reason not to go there. But sometimes, unfortunately, there are good swimming pools, so then I do my swimming sessions. And watching, actually, I like many things. I like, well, football to some extent, but ice hockey quite a lot. It's a kind of Russian culture, and I really love it. I mean, I'm like Hikaru in this sense, because he said that it's his favorite sport. I would say probably mine also. And a lot tennis. Yeah, I like tennis very much also.
Who is your favorite tennis player?
Actually, I enjoyed a lot Federer. Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm not very original in this sense. Of course, he's getting a bit old now, and his latest results are not good. But still, it doesn't take away all his mastering. To me, he's absolutely great player. Of course, I really enjoy always watching his matches. Yeah, and actually one more rare thing which I like, I really like very much volleyball, and I'm missing it on TV. For some reason they don't show it a lot, but I think it's a great sport. I mean, it's really since actually my brother was playing kind of semi-professionally volleyball, and I used to do a little bit also in my childhood, and now, you know, for example, the World League or some team events, I try to find it always somehow on internet and to watch the best matches of volleyball. I like it also. So you see, quite
diverse.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I think all our listeners are learning quite a bit more about what you like and don't like so much.